Hi, Mary Grace. How you doing? Okay, I have your work right here in the window so you can see it. And this is really nice work. I'm really blown away that this is probably your first typography class. So good job. I've got some suggestions, and I think they'll make sense to you. So we'll go through those moving through because I think that your typesetting is good. Um, and I think that there's some things that we can do to make the composition better to really make this piece shine. Okay, so let's start with the cover. Okay, and I'll just give you my ideas and as a professional designer, the way I would critique this if one of my designers brought it to me and said, okay, what are we going to do from here? So I would say, okay, you've got this beautiful masthead set up, but it looks like you just stopped. It looks like you got the type set the way you wanted, then you just stopped and threw this in here, this issue number. It's really tiny. It doesn't play well at all because it's so small. It looks like it's almost like almost a timid move, like you're almost afraid to put the issue number and the date there. So make a commitment to your designs always. So work that area out. Okay. The image is the wrong image for the color. I tried to allude to that a little bit earlier when you had submitted this in one of your tests, and I'm going to tell you why. Whenever you feature a face in any one of your compositions, be prepared for all attention to go right to that face. Okay. In this case, the face is down here off the composition, away from the the rule of thirds, and it's just not working out. It's really throwing the composition haywire, so to speak. The girls, I mean, I don't mean this offensively at all, but it's kind of a creepy image. Um, it's not working. It's just not set up very well for a magazine image. And the main reason I said is eyes and face. Everything is being drawn down here, so your type has no chance of competing with the face. Nothing ever does. So when you use a face, that's why you always see a face, and we know the eyes. It's always somewhere above, right here, where the face or eyes might be if this were the size of the height of a body. Okay, you see what I'm saying? All right. So, anyways, I would reconsider that. This center alignment isn't working. Ocean Roberts, again, it looks like you're almost timid to make a commitment to this. Um, Instead of doing this, I want you to select a different image and just give me some more traditional magazine layout look, meaning that give me a focal point in the middle, headlines down the side and down this side. I know it's traditional, I know, but it's going to show us your best combination of typefaces, your best design decisions based on these little mini compositions, that we use for our cover headlines and subheads. Okay, this is good. This looks really good down here, but there's no hierarchy at all. So, I mean, all you've done is stagger the colors. I want you to create some hierarchy down here. Okay, so then let's move on over here to the contents page. The contents page looks good, but you've gone from this kind of black on this pink on black to the cover to this pink on white, and then over here this pink on gray. So I don't know if you want to do those kind of color shifts. Okay, rethink that. Again, this image is so distracting. It's just taken all of the attention away from your type here. So I would reconsider that. I know it's hard in this genre, this type of magazine, to feature an image that's not so distracting that it's almost usable. But again, it's part of the chore. So okay, these are all really nice. The only problem I'm having with this page is the following. We have what I'm going to assume right here is the cover story, the keys to self-acceptance. Okay, so and then you have your other features. So over here, you've got honor your body issue. Then you have honor your body issue here, and then under content. So that was a good choice. Good idea. Nice composition right here. I'd like to see that a little closer to contents. I think you have a tendency to keep things too far away from each other in terms of leading. There's no indication, there's no hierarchy saying, okay, this is the feature spread. Where's the feature spread here? It's not listed top because it's not saying keys to self. Okay, that's not it. It's all the way down here at the bottom. So why would typographically and hierarchy, why would the feature story be buried down there with nothing indicating that it's the feature spread? Nothing pointing hierarchy in that direction. Just see what I'm saying? Okay, and then let's move to the feature spread. Now you have your typeset. Your typesetting is pretty good. My suggestion is this: is that your space between paragraphs is so large and your gutters are so large that I think I would rather see you with longer types count. Okay, if you're going to use that far, your gutters are that wide, give us longer line length. Okay, space between paragraphs is too wide, so that's really strange. I would rather use a drop cap there. Good typesetting though, good. There's no really strange spaces or anything. I would open up the kerning on your paragraphs. Actually, that would be your tracking. I would open up your tracking just to open up the space between letters. Okay, and then also reconsider your there's no contrast on this page. So in other words, you step away from the page. The further you get, the more you're just going to be looking at this, really left with that not much. And that's what psychologically, that's subconsciously what the viewer is going to see when they open the page. Don't forget the fold is going to be right down there, so it's going to destroy that image. Think about that. Look at again, look at the leading here. Why is that so far from that? Keys to self-expression. Let's pull those together and maybe increase their size a little bit. You've got these, like I said, you've got these big spaces between. They don't need to be that big. And then over here, you've got this weird thing, like this isn't working. You know, I would reconsider that whole setup right there. Then you have this indent right here, and then this indent right here, but there's no indents in the rest of the, here's an indent, here's an indent, but there's no indents in the rest of the article, okay? Pull quotes, you can't see them. There's no contrast here. Okay, also, if they're quotes, they're quotes. You should put quotation marks around them. Let's pull that leading together a little closer. It's so wide, okay? Other than that, this is a hot piece. Good job, man. Like I said, I'm really, really blown away that I'm getting these great results from this class. You guys are awesome, all right? Thanks, Mary Grace. Nice work.